Welcome, pilots and future pilots, to a little bit of a roundup of some of the news from this week. So, earlier this week, there was quite a big chunk of news dropped for Valkyrie, and that is the release of Warzone, which is coming out on the 26th of September. Now, the big news for this with Valkyrie, of course, is that it's going to be, let's get this right, cross-reality, cross-platform. I do actually like that term, cross-reality, but basically what that means is that for the first time we're going to have non-VR players and VR players playing Valkyrie at the same time. And this is quite a big deal for a number of reasons, and there's a number of reasons why people out there are going to be going, oh, I don't like this, or I do like this, or that, or the other, but read the t-shirt. And in case you haven't seen anything, there's the release trailer kind of like behind me, but I'm going to make myself smaller now for a bit and play that a couple of times. So there's also going to be some links to the actual full trailer, so you can watch that with the sound and without my babbling going on all over it. But here's the thing. Why would CCP, who built Valkyrie for VR from the ground up, say, okay, we're going to open it up to non-VR players? Well, there's a number of things going around about that. And I would say because they can. And because it's going to be good for Valkyrie. It's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for people that don't have VR. Because when I look around and try and look at spaceflight games, simulators, things like that, there's nothing that really has the combat edge, that dogfighting madness on player versus player action that Valkyrie provides. And there's been a number of times where I've been on a stream or on video or whatever, and I've had people say, well, can I play this out of VR? And I've had to go, well, no, it's VR only. And it's sort of like, oh, because you've got a number of people who either just haven't gone to the VR route, they're not at that stage yet. There's the money boundary that's involved in picking up VR. And I think VR is at a stage where games that have been made for VR need to look and say, can we actually make it work for non-VR? Because it's coming to a sort of crossover point, I think, in this first cycle life of VR, of people who have VR, and they want to play the games, and there's so many games coming out. The amount of games coming out to the number of people getting involved in VR is at a tipping point, because there's so many games that come out and go, I know what, I'll make it multiplayer. And it comes out and it's like, it's another division of what is a niche market. And that makes it hard, though Valkyrie is one of the very few multiplayer games out there in VR that does have a pretty constant stream of players. I can't really think of a time when I go on and I don't find players. Of course, it does have its busy periods and its less busy periods, but I never find a point where it's completely dry. So, in that basis, it's doing a lot better than the other VR multiplayers, and much of that is due to it's available on multiple platforms for all the headsets, and now it's going to be available to everybody that has either a console or a PC, well, a PS4 or a PC. And it's available on all of the VR headsets I can think of, off the top of my head. It's also, as I was saying, the type of game space it sits in, there isn't anything else that's really comparable. So I think it's really, really going to fill that niche. And of course, there are a lot of people that are saying, well, hang on a second, the people in VR are going to have an advantage. And I do agree that people who play this in VR will have an advantage. I don't know how great an advantage it is. I mean, head tracking, certainly. Depth perception, certainly as well. Though there are other mechanisms that you can use for head tracking. I mean, how many simulations, flight simulations, allow you to look around a cockpit? Plenty. It's not as fluid as going, look, but it's possible. And there's enough gamers out there who are pretty damn good adapting to these types of situations that I don't think it's going to be as big a boundary as many may think. And I'm sure there's probably some that are really going to break the mold and just literally surprise everyone and be just stupidly good, because there are people out there that are generally just stupidly good at this type of thing. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think the amount of people that it's going to bring to this game will give us other opportunities with this game. I mean, the player base for ages, myself included, would love to see like custom servers so that we can do other things like one-on-one fighting, and so I can do formation flying and all of this type of stuff. And all of that could be possible just from the simple thing of opening up to non-VR players who want to play the game. So, yeah. I mean, that's a great thing. What else is coming with Warzone? A lot of other changes which we haven't heard all the details of. We know there are new ways of working the ships. If you saw the FanFest forum type thing that was going on, they brought up a lot of stuff there, and from what you read on the articles, which there'll be links down below to articles and the forum pieces and things like that, you'll see that it's actually based a lot from some of the requests that have gone through, or some of the vibes that have been picked up from forums and different players at different points, and then, of course, the developers themselves, their own thoughts and imaginations, which have to drive this through and actually build on something. You know, being a player and just commenting is one thing, actually creating something is a different deal. But we'll see how they do on that when it comes out. Once again, I'm going to say, don't panic. Hopefully that'll all be good, and we'll find out what that's like and what they've changed with all the ships and how they've changed the fighters into, what is it? It's, I've got it in a screen in front of me, but I can't get to it. It's there somewhere. Attack or something. I don't know. Fighters, what was? It's really going to bug me. There we go. Where is it? Next Gen Fleet. Here we go. There we go. I'm reading it now. So, here we go. So, we've got, reduced price. Yeah, that's something else. The game's going to be cheaper. I know the price in dollars and euros, which is going to be $29.99 and $29.99 euros. I don't know in pounds. I had heard something on somebody else's YouTube, but I haven't seen anything from CCP on a price reduction in pounds, but I'm assuming there will be one. But what it is, I'm not going to say because I don't know what it is yet. I'll put it down below or something when I find out. But yeah, so we've going to have differences in ships. So they're changing different things there. So it's a new fleet that's coming along, and they're trying to make it easier for new pilots to get to grips with. So unlike Valkyrie as it has been, where you'd come along and you've got very few ships that are available, and you fight through and you work up the XP and you work up the in-game credit to be able to buy them and lock them and upgrade them. Everything is going to be unlocked straight away. So you've got access to it all straight away, every ship. I believe there's going to be like a different way of upgrading ships, which they're going to go into more detail, I think, with that. But it'll give you chances, instead of a straight, here's the upgrade, and that's the only upgrade you can take. You can kind of choose things and build your own builds from that, I guess, or something. But I think there'll hopefully be a lot of things come out about that, which will hopefully come along in Gamescom, which is going on from over this weekend and next week. And there are some streams for Valkyrie Warzone that will be happening there. I think they're all happening from 5:15 British summertime. So BST, 5:15 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think. Confirm that and put that down below as well. So There's lots of different things there to look at. But in general, I think that some of the comments have been really negative and some of them have been really positive. I, for one, am going on the positive side here. I want more people to play this game. I want more people to play it with. And I'm hoping that come the 26th, all the people that have played, say, EVE Online, who go, wouldn't it be great to play this game, but they don't want to go out into the VR world, they'll have the opportunity to play it, along with the VR guys, and the community that we've already got with the Valkyrie is really good. So, hoping you'll all jump into the community and obviously show respect at the same time. Don't go, nuts, or whatever, and we'll see how it goes, because we are generally a good, supportive community with Valkyrie as a game. So I hope we'll see a lot more people jump into that community and we can have some really good times with that. So I think on that note, I'm going to leave it for now. I've blubbered on a lot and made a fudge of some things, I'm sure. But you'll get the idea, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll put some more comments probably like this or similar or something when I know more. But for now, if you've got any questions that I can answer, then please leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, there's subscribe somewhere like there. Yeah, there. And there's like a video that's kind of like there. And there's another one going to be like there. Somewhere. There it is.